This is the course report from the Education and Training Evaluation Commission. Course report. The general information are: course title, code, program, department, institution, academic year, semester, course coordinator, date. They are all the main information that should be filled. As you see, the program title, department, the institution, academic year, semester, the same for all course reports. Table of contents. We will see the main differences between this new form and the previous form. Before filling this form, you need to prepare the following. First, the course specification. Second, program learning outcomes evaluation results. Third, final grades distribution. Fourth, course evaluation survey results filled by students. Fifth, evaluation of your results by internal or external reviewer. Also, you have to prepare the achievement of the previous action plan written in the last report for the same course. Course identification. Write your name as an instructor. The location. Number of sections. Number of students starting the course, this means number of registered students. Number of completing the course, number of students that attended the final exam whatever they pause or not. If you have several sections in different locations should be written here. One course report should be written for every section. The coordinator will write a comprehensive course report for all sections. Course delivery. The planned contact hours should be taken from the course specification. The actual contact hours, the hours that you taught students. If the actual contact hours are less than the planned contact hours, you need to fill the topics not covered, write the reason for not covering, and if the uncovered topics affected the learning outcomes, you have so write the way to compensate this impact. Example. The not covered related to design of electric circuits. The reason is shortening the semester. The learning outcome related to design is affected. The compensation is to include the design aspect and the next course and informing the quality coordinator. Over, you can write any action. Action in the course report means you have to write activity with specific task and specific time, and clearly you have to specify the responsible and supporting sides. Teaching strategies. Copy and paste them from the course specification. No, write did you implement them or not. If yes, you can write if you experienced difficulties in implementation. If no, also write difficulties and suggested action. Activities assessment methods. Yeah, assessment methods and activities also should be written as planned in course specification. Also write if you faced any difficulties and the implementation, and write if you didn't implement and suggested action. For example, as a teaching strategy in the course specification, you planned to use micro-project but you couldn't implement this teaching strategy. The suggested action is to replace this strategy by a case study. Why? Because students faced a problem in electronic materials. You planned to use presentation or an oral discussion as an assessment method but you didn't implement due to some reasons. This suggested action is to implement this method next semester. The responsible person is the instructor and no support needing. Verification of credibility of students' results. There are several methods to verify students' results: software, help from colleague, or any other method. Recommendations. These recommendations are for Section B course delivery. Write your U-line recommendations here. For example, new teaching strategy should be implemented. The topics of the course are a lot and should be decreased. Section C student results. Distribution of grades. Write the grades based on the grade system used in your university. In the grades A, B, C, D, and F, do not write the number of students that they did not attend the final exam. Your line only students that they finished or completed the cause. In the status distributions U line, you can write the students that good night to access or withdrawn or incomplete, and the boss and fill based on the total registered students. Write your comments on students' results. For example, high grades or low grades up normal distribution. The comments can also be about if there is high percentage of denied or withdrawn students. And the recommendations. Write your recommendations based on your comments on student results. Section D, Cause Learning Outcomes. Copy and paste your course learning outcomes and program learning outcomes from course specifications. Write the assessment methods that you used for every course learning outcome. Write the evaluation results. The target level is the target that approved by your department. For example, for this course learning outcome it is 70%. The actual level is 60%. Write your comments on the assessment results. For example, the actual level is below the benchmark or the target level. U2 difficulties in math. As you see, competency is replaced by values, and this should be the same in the course specification. Write your recommendations here regarding because learning outcome evaluation results. The question here is about what I am evaluating here. You are evaluating or assist your course learning outcome results to be sure that all outcomes are delivered to most of your students. At the same time, you are participating in the evaluation of the program learning outcomes because every girl's learning outcome is linked to one of the program learning outcomes. E section, Cause Quality Evaluation. As I mentioned before, you have to prepare the student evaluation results of your course. There is a specific NCAAA student evaluation survey for the course. There are 20 different questions about course delivery. Read them carefully and write the date of survey. Number of participants. Percentage of participation evaluation results. The percentage is the number of participated students divided by your number of students completed the course. Write strength. For example, the instructor used different teaching strategies, and write your response for this. The instructor, they didn't give us enough electronic materials, write your response. Suggestions for improvement. Hello space on areas for improvement, write your response. Other evaluation. To make it easy, because there are no internal and external reviewers all the time, you can ask your colleague evaluate your cars and writing recommendations and honestly. Recommendations. You can write recommendations for this section. For example, the number of students participated are registered is low. Difficulties and challenges. This is the F section. If you faced any administrative issues or learning resources or facilities difficulties, please write them and write the consequences and what is the action taken to solve this problem. As you see, actions taking, because if you face difficulties in the project data project or in the learning resources, for example the classroom on textbook or internet, any difficulties you face should be solved at that time, not by the end of the semester. Did you inform the responsible person or not, and what the actions are taken at that time? Section G, Course Improvement Plan. This section is divided into two main parts because improvement actions for the previous semester and the action plan for the next semester, so you have to read the action learned from the previous course report for the same course. At the beginning of the semester, not now. And did you implement the action plan? If yes, what are the results? If no, why not? Write your comments. And the action plan for the next year, write your recommendations, actions, responsibility for implementation, time and needed support. You can summarize all previous comments and recommendations written in this course report and choose the important ones that can be written as recommendation and action plan. As you see, there is no date and approval for the course report in this form. Thank you very much for listening.